Welcome to CSBJ Radio. CSBJ Radio is the premier online business talk radio show in the Southeast. CSBJ proactively connects, informs, and engages its listeners in all aspects of small business. Discover the entrepreneur in you with CSBJ Radio. Now, here's your host, Greg Wilson.
Hello and welcome to another edition of CSBJ Radio. I am your host, Greg Wilson, the owner, publisher of Connection Small Business Journal. You can find us online at www.connectionssbj.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/ConnectionsSBJ. We literally utilize every aspect of social media from Facebook even to Pinterest. I encourage you to reach out to us if you're interested in being on the show or advertising with us. My telephone number directly is area code 706-289-7863. This show is being brought to you today by Supreme Fast Tax. Supreme Fast Tax, and you'll be hearing their commercial during our commercial break. But give them a call, 706-507-1040, Supreme Fast Tax. You know, ready to make the max out of your tax refund. Give my good friends there, Supreme Fast Tax, a call today. 706-507-1040. We want to jump right into today's podcast. I'm sitting here, we're broadcasting live today. I'm sitting here in Columbus, Georgia at 2,000 Opportunities. And 2,000 Opportunities is a small business incubator. I'm sitting here today with the executive director of 2,000 Opportunities, Ann Davis. Ann, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, and thank you for having me on your show.
I appreciate that. Appreciate the opportunity. And just give us a little feedback. I know the history behind 2,000 Opportunities, and just give us some feedback on some little history there.
Okay. 2,000 Opportunities was established in 1999 as a nonprofit community-based organization. A couple of years after that, after the establishment of 2,000 Opportunities, we decided to establish a small business incubator center. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what it says it is, to help small businesses get started. I don't want to say from the cradle to the grave, but from the cradle at least up to a certain point so that they are able to get out and branch out on their own. Right. We have various services available. Mm-hmm. We have financial services. We have a CPA that's on board. We have an attorney that's on board. We also have secretarial services, business plans that we utilize and help small businesses get together. So if they do want to go to a financial institution to either borrow money or something of that nature, they'll have their business plan together. That is one thing that small businesses, I think, kind of forget about.
Absolutely.
They feel that, they wake up one morning and they say, okay, I think I want to start a business.
Right.
And they forget about the questions like, who are going to be my customers? Mm-hmm. Where am I going to set it up? Yeah. How much is it going to cost? How much money will I have to put into it? And many, many more questions that they need to answer before they just decide to wake up that morning and start a small business. It's not that easy.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, and that's amazing, Ms. Davis. I know for the purpose of the podcast, I'm calling you Ms. Davis, but to be honest, you and I have history. I mean, right. My beginnings as a small business owner started literally right here at 2,000 Opportunities.
Absolutely.
You guys were instrumental.
And we are so happy to see the progress that you made. That is really the purpose of a small business incubator, to get that small business started, mm-hmm. to baby them along the way, right. so to speak, to right. help them, to give them some facilities to utilize, any type of help that they need, and then see them move out of the incubator and into their own larger business. Right. That's what we do. And Greg is one of our success stories. I remember I tell him he reminds me of my son. When he first came to 2,000 Opportunities, he came with his dad because right. his dad wanted to make sure he was getting in the right business.
Right.
And we walked around and we talked. He had a chance to meet, at that time, our board chairperson, Bob Wright, mm-hmm. and talk with him for a while. And we were happy to have him on board. And since that time, he has expanded his business, as well as other businesses that have been here at the incubator and moved on. We were the first multifaceted incubator here in Columbus. Mm-hmm. We utilized the old Meadows College building right. for facility space for the participants here, in the incubator. And we also utilize 2,000 opportunities for many, many other things. We have meetings, we have seminars, we have workshops. We're kind of the satellite office for Alpha Phi Alpha when they do their breakfast. We've had other groups, community groups that have met in here, the United Negro College Fund, the Links, Bi-City Business and Professional Women, Deltas, and on and on and on. So it's not just a place for business, it's a place for the entire community's use.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to get out to the public, is to let them know that we are here and we are available.
You are. You definitely are available. If I remember correctly, you also, I'm not sure if their offices here, the Classic.
Right, the Fountain City
Classic, right.
As well as Tuskegee Morehouse.
Wow.
So they are still here.
Okay.
And we are working with them every year. They're not here on a daily basis, except during the time that the Classic is getting ready to go. But they kind of work year-round, so they're in and out. But we also have a transportation company that's here, and that has grown quite a bit. He started with just a few trucks, and now they're up to many.
Wow.
So I think when the businesses do come into 2,000 opportunities, they are nurtured so, and we are hoping that we are inspiring them enough to really go out and do some big things.
Big things. Traditionally, Ms. Davis, what's the time frame, that a business stays in or should stay in an incubator state?
We like to see them stay at least 4 years.
Okay.
The trucking company is one of our anchor businesses that can stay. It's just like with a shopping center.
Right.
You may have a Sears on one end and a Penny's on the other end,
Exactly.
and they're considered your anchor businesses, and they generally stay for much longer than that. But we hope that we can get those businesses out within 4 years. Usually that gives you a timetable of whether or not the business is going to go.
Okay.
Now, if somebody comes in and they say, oh, yeah, I think I want to start a hot dog stand, and they say, but we want to be located here in the incubator, and the first question I ask them, what's going to make your hot dog make me want to travel a mile or 2 miles to come and get it?
Right.
But people really don't think about that, but we hope that we are giving them the types of services that they really need to be successful.
Okay.
And if we see where they're not going to be successful, we kind of let them know. It's no need of wasting their time or our time. If it's something that they've started on and it just doesn't seem to work, then we'll give them a little more time maybe to switch into another field that they may be more adequately equipped for.
Okay.
So we're very flexible, and we work with all businesses. Our slogan was, it's time to get off the kitchen table and let 2,000 opportunities help you out.
Okay.
So, something like that.
Right.
But
so if someone is listening to us today that's on the kitchen table,
right,
then they can come to 2,000 opportunities.
Absolutely.
Right. Now I know that, and I'm just, even in my mind, just reflecting back to, my infancy stages, as a business owner. I remember sitting down and you guys going over business plans with me, and that's critical, because as you mentioned earlier, a lot of small businesses, they overlook that step, and I think that a business plan should be a requirement. Quite honestly, it's easy to go downtown and get a business license. That takes nothing but a few dollars, but to sustain your business for a long period of time, and that actually takes planning.
It does.
And do you still offer the services of helping individuals out with their business plans?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
As a matter of fact, for some unknown reason, people don't like to deal with finances, but that's the main thing that's going to make your business grow. If you start off with zero, it's not going to be very much help. If you really want to start a business, you need to plan ahead. And if both people in the family are working, you probably need to start saving and just put it back for that particular business that you want. So when you do get started, you'll have money to pay for paper and pens and copiers or computer or whatever the case may be. So you do need to actually have a nest egg to get started with. It's just not a wake up in the morning and I can do it, because I'm good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times people are very, very good at certain things, and they should try going into business for themselves. People sew, which is almost an outdated art nowadays.
Tailoring, you're right.
Tailoring. I mean, we have people that do alterations
mm-hmm.
because we've had people here at the incubator that has done that. But they, there are just so many things that people can do that they don't realize
mm-hmm.
that can make money. They can make jewelry. They can make pottery. Ceramics is almost an outdated art.
Exactly.
And so, but those are just some things, if people enjoy working with their hands, they can get started and really make a business out of it, because they're really lost arts, and we need to bring them back.
Right. I definitely believe that 2,000 opportunities can be instrumental in that. And I know we've talked about, there's financial planning available. There's a CPA that's on staff here, attorney that's on staff, and you help with, business plans. About how many office spaces do you have?
Right now, we probably have about 6 that are available.
6 available, mm-hmm. Okay, but room for a total of?
Room for about 8.
Okay, so
mm-hmm.
your occupancy is 8, and
mm-hmm.
you have 6 available right now. Okay,
right.
How do people go about getting in contact with?
Just give us a call. We're located here in Columbus, Georgia. If you're familiar with the city, and you have any idea of the Old Meadows College, used to be a business college at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're right here at 1170 Brown Avenue. Our phone number is 706-324-7071. And again, that's 706-324-7071.
All right. Ms. Davis, it's been an absolute pleasure to reconnect with you.
Absolutely.
For those of you that are in my listening audience, if you're here in Columbus, Georgia, and looking for, incubator space, if you're looking to connect with a business or someone that's going to help you out, to help you get off the ground, definitely give the staff here at 2,000 Opportunities a call. Give Ann Davis a call today. Her telephone number, again, as she's already stated, is 706-324-7071. This podcast, of course, will be on our website, connectionssbj.com. Ms. Davis, again, I greatly appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am.